What I'm looking for in a bank is one that's looking out for me, like NBT. I want a relationship and a team that supports me in my dreams. And when life gets challenging, I need a bank that's focused on what matters. Not to mention one that's been top rated by Forbes in trust, customer service, financial advice, and more. That's why when it comes to meeting my banking needs, it's always NBT. Learn more at nbtbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome and thanks for tuning in. This is Tom Hickey from 2020 Media, and you are listening to NBT Bank's On the Scene podcast, reaching over 250,000, that's 250,000 readers of the Jewish Ledger, weha.com, and West Hartford Magazine, live 24/7, 365. Today we are joined by the Rotary. We'll say hello in a few minutes to everybody, but first I'd like to introduce my co-host, Bob Carr, to say a few words. Hi, Bob.
Hello, Tom. Good morning. So Tom Hickey, along with myself, Kosher McCarty, and Ryan Newton, is a owner and founder of weha.com. Tom brings to West Hartford the Connecticut Jewish Ledger, West Hartford Magazine, which is West Hartford's original lifestyle magazine, as well as the Best of West Hartford, which celebrated its 10th anniversary this past fall. Our podcast is assembled and posted by the Modern Observer Group of Middletown, Connecticut. And today our guests are Victor Gonzalez, Kyle Egress, and Patrice Taffe. So welcome all. And we are here for the Vines of March, which is an event by the West Hartford Rotary.
Now, Bob, if you don't mind, or everybody listening, I think it would be helpful for everyone who would like to just fill us all in on who the Rotary is and what they do in the local community, just for anybody who might be listening who doesn't know. I put them on the spot.
So listen, I mean, I've been in the club for about 20 years now, and Rotary is similar to the Lions or the Exchange, and we're a community-based organization. We're service above self. And I think what we really like is we can give back to our local community. And so whether that's giving a scholarship from our friends at Conard Hall and American School for the Deaf, $2,000 scholarship per year, or whether it's going into the local elementary schools, 11 every year, and giving them their own personal dictionary for each third grader. We handed out over 700 dictionaries this past year. Or whether it's filling up the food pantry. Over the last 5 years, our club has given $10,000 per year to the Town That Cares to feed our local friends and family that are struggling. And there's a food insecurity in our town, and we're happy to be there to support those that are in need.
Thank you, Kyle, very much. Nothing better than hearing firsthand from someone who's been doing it for 20 years. It's great. I'd be remiss if I didn't at least ask. Rotary it's an international organization, correct? So, okay. And is there some something about you? Do you meet weekly or something, or is there a requirement to go to meetings? Am I dating myself? I'm not quite sure how that works with the Rotary.
So we do meet once a week. And okay. I have to say, Kyle, you don't look like you did anything for 20 years. You are too young. So Kyle started when he was 12, obviously.
There you go.
Yeah, but we meet once a week. We have our board meeting, at least once a month, about an hour before the meetings, and we invite a guest to speak on, we pick out an organization, and they come and they speak about, what they're about, and ways we can support them. So, and people can come to our meetings. If anyone's ever interested, they can reach out to myself, Patrice, or Kyle even. And I mean, I'll be happy to kind of pay for their dish for the afternoon. But it's very, very organized and very lax too. I don't know, Patrice, you want to chime in?
Yeah, so we do meet once a week. It's a robust group, as Victor said, and Kyle introduced us. And what's great about us is everyone, it just has a mind to give back, to give out, to help someone, to help another organization. And we're a lively bunch, so you're not coming in for just a dry lunch, And then there's times we do meet for breakfast every so often or in the afternoon. And then we do have our signature events as well.
So let's use that as a segue into the signature event, right, Bob? Why not? Let's do it. Yeah. Who wants to be the first? Kyle, you started when we talked off the air, saying we're 30 days away, right?
Yeah, so the timing is really perfect, right? So the event is March 1st at 7 p.m. It's a Saturday night at the town hall. We've been at the town hall in West Hartford for the last 4 or 5 years. It's a great venue, centrally located. Parking is taken care of by the community. It is a fun evening, and so we say it's a wine tasting. It's kind of planned Ides of March, Vines of March. This is our 13th year doing it. It's a wine tasting. Thank you for the partnership with Adam Fishman and Harvey's Wine and Spirits in Bishop's Corner. We couldn't do the event without him, so we have 12 to 13 different providers. We have a non-alcoholic option. And as all we are very blessed to have some great restaurants in West Hartford. And with us that night will be over 15 restaurants that are donating their food for our event. So it's a sampling of the artisanal favorites of West Hartford Center. And then we raise a lot of money with our silent and live auction. So it's a fun night. Come out for some food, for some drink, and for really a great cause. And we can't give back to our community without the support of our friends and neighbors who are joining us that evening.
Wow, that's great. And Kyle, how does it work in advance of the evening? Do you the restaurants come forward and then you match them up with wine with Harvey's, or how does that work?
So we hope that there's a pairing for everything, right? So we have a carving station from our friends at the American School for the Deaf. Chris Brozak and his team, the executive chef of ASD, will be there, and they have a turkey and prime roast carving station. We have sushi from one of the local restaurants. We have chicken satay from Blue Elephant. Fleming's usually does their famous meatballs. Our friends at Rockledge do, because we're around St. Patty's Day, we'll do a corned beef sliders. We have pizza. Doro usually does something, and it's a sampling. So it's kind of that light fare. There's more pasta, d'oeuvres, and then the pairing to go with it. And then we do desserts. We have a lot of desserts from Hartford Baking Company does a little something. Bakery used to help us. Bundt cakes, nothing Bundt cakes. It's the Crown Market has given us some assorted cookies every year, and so we really it's a real neat. And think about it, if you go out in town, where can you go for $75 to try all that food? It's not possible, right? And so we've kept our costs at $75 per person. It's a lot. You're getting a lot for that, and again, the large majority of that does go right back to our some of those causes that we support.
So I was able to get there last year, and I will say it's an amazing event. I'm not going to be able to make it this year. We're heading on vacations, but we were there last year, and to speak to Harvey's to the wine and selections. You can pick out your wine and the other alcohols that they have there, and then if you like something, you can order it and have it pick it up at the liquor store. So it worked out really well for us. We had some wines we really enjoyed. I was able to pick them. Go and pick them up later on. It was an awesome night, and the food was tremendous. You're right. It's rare you could get all that food in one place and try a sampling of all the excellent restaurants that are in West Hartford. So the wines were, and there were other alcohols as well, and the non-alcoholic, as you mentioned. And then the food pairings were, you could pair your own foods, right? So it was awesome.
So obviously, other than the wonderful media options like WeHot.com, Jewish Ledger, and West Hartford Magazine, where do people find out information about this? Can we give them a website to go to, or some phone numbers, or what works best?
Yeah, so they can find it through westhartfordrotary.org, right on our homepage. We do have our flyer. We have a link for them to register. And if they're looking to sponsor, we do have a sponsorship link right there as well. They're more than welcome to reach out to Kyle, Victor, or myself. We're happy to assist in that area. So there's numerous ways for people to to reach out. Also, we are in the West Hartford Lifestyle magazine. So if it comes to your house, the flyer's there with the QR code, so you can just go on with your phone as well.
Okay, great. And
I also have
Patrice,
some. Sorry.
go ahead,
I was going to say I also
no,
have flyers at my branch location right in town center, and I know Patrice has some at her Westfield branch down in the center as well. So if you are, bank, just come into one of our branches, and we'll happy to give you one of the flyers.
Wondering what's happening in West Hartford? Visit weha.com. Weha.com is the most comprehensive calendar in West Hartford. Subscribing to weha.com, West Hartford's best news source, is always free. Visit we-ha.com. We have it all in West Hartford.
And before I went on today, I actually just Googled Vines of March, and the West Hartford part popped up. So I just Vines of March, and it popped right up on my Google. So you're able to go right through to that page.
You can find us very easily.
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent.
Absolutely. So.
And Victor, you read my mind, because what I was going to say after Patrice was talking was, could they, for those of you who don't know, Patrice is at Westfield Bank and Victor is at NBT Bank. So I just wanted to make sure that people could stop in and pick up some information if they were out and about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think this also is important. Not only are Victor and Patrice integral parts in our club, but their local banks have stepped up in a really generous way. And so the large majority, or 50% of what we make from this event, comes from our sponsorships. And NBT Bank, Westfield Bank, and People's Bank has really been those community banks that have supported our club. And this event could not be as successful as it is without their support. So thank you both for your time, but also for your generosity. It goes a long way.
Great. And I would be remiss, Kyle, if I didn't add to that those three banks were the three finalists in the Best of West Hartford this past year. So now we know why, right? Because they support the community. So that's great to hear. One thing I would love to know, and I don't want to put you on the spot, and if you want to give me some specific examples, that'd be great. But Kyle, you talked a lot about the types of the dictionaries that go to the schools, and is there anything that comes to mind that you guys love the most? That you're able to, who are the beneficiaries of this? Like, what's the greatest thing in your opinion? And if it's okay, not to put him on the spot, Bob and I will ask all three of you. So you've got to have some kind of a favorite thing that happens over the course of the year. But I think our listeners would love to hear, what you have to say. Who wants to start? Kyle?
I'm happy to start. I think one of my favorite event is the food caravan from Costco to the town hall with a police escort from West Hartford's finest. And so we purchased that, as I was sharing, the Town That Cares. We do 10,000 per year over the last few years. And we actually go to Costco and we purchase food, and there's pallets and pallets of food. $10,000 is many pallets. And we fill up 10 to 12 different trucks and cars, and we have a police escort from New Britain, Costco to the town hall. And it's a proud moment because we're giving back to our friends and our neighbors. And, there's over 60,000 people in our town, and not everyone is very, very fortunate. And to be able to give the food on their table is probably one of the most proudest moments that I have as a member of the club. And we've done that over the last few years. And it's so not only are we as West Hartford Rotarians there, we partner with some of our family and friends that will join us. There's a local Interact club at Conard, and so this year they will partner with us. There's a club in the Hartford that they have some students join us too. So it's really a community event where we meet in the back at Costco. We load up all the cars. It probably takes a good hour to load up all the food, and we have a police escort. What you think about times when you have a police escort? It's probably the nicest police escort that I've ever had. And you see the volunteers when we come in and we load up the food pantry. It's that wow moment.
And I'll tell you, Kyle, $10,000 must go a long way at Costco. I mean, that's amazing. And I'm so glad this was not a setup. I simply asked the question because I was interested. I had absolutely no idea, that the Rotary had that kind of, had that relationship with Costco and brought that food to the food bank every year. So I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it.
if it wasn't for Vines, right, our goal for 2025 is to raise $50,000. So 20% of what we raise is going to go back just in that one cause.
Wow.
So it's, we can't do it without everyone's support. And it would be amazing to have, 300 people at the event. And I mean, that's even more money that we can get back. We'll probably usually get a little north of 200. And as we all know in the town hall, there's that second tier, which how cool it would be if we had those tables filled up there too. So we're ready for them. We're prepared for them. We just need our local community to come out and be there for a great night for an unbelievable cause.
And can I just add, before I became a Rotarian, and I've been a Rotarian probably for the last, 10 months now. And the two events that I attended last year was Vines before we actually became a corporate member. And then the second event was the Caravan, which we weren't even members yet, but I still showed up and helped volunteer. And I was just blown away by the amount of community involvement and just all of us coming together, bankers from different banks and, financial institutions and volunteers, retirees coming together, kids, like you said, like high schoolers. It was just an amazing, and at that point I was sold on the Rotary. And was like, this is the best way to give back to the West Hartford community. One of the best ways. I would say that. Let me be political about it. One of the best ways to give back.
Great. Patrice, how about you?
So, yes, the Caravan is one of my top favorite ones. It's an amazing experience and a humbling experience. But one of the many other things that we do is we partner with other organizations as well. So, for an example, we're partnering with Wasco. And we sponsored their event that they're having this Saturday, the Black Business Expo, right at the town hall as well. So we not only give back in a way of to the food pantry and raising funds for that, but some of that funds that we raise from Vines go to help other nonprofit organizations succeed as well and succeed in the West Hartford area.
Wonderful. Great. All about collaboration these days, right? That's for sure. So again, 30 days from Saturday? Is that what it is? 30 days from, I'm sorry.
30 days from today, Tom. Today.
Yeah, from 3 days from today. All right, there we go.
So we had Dr. Rick Lustig on a while back, and he mentioned the Rotary. And one of the things that he pointed out to us when we spoke with him was the lack of paperwork or lack of red tape to give funds to people who are, need. So one of the things that I want to point out for the folks out there who may have not listened to that particular podcast and listen today is the Rotary does a great job of cutting through the slack and getting right directly to organizations that have, an immediate need. And if you want to speak to that, any of you, that was news to me. I think it might have been news to Tom as well. So it was a great piece that we had done with Dr. Rick. And if you have some feedback on that, that'd be great.
Well, Dr. Rick mentioned, and I'm sure maybe he shared this with you, Bob, is that he was very involved in the West Hartford Special Olympics, and he was storing his equipment in his basement. And unfortunately, his building had a flood, and he brought it up to the meeting, and the board approved it same day, $1,500 to purchase new equipment for the West Hartford Special Olympics because everything was destroyed by the water. So, we step up when there's a need. Obviously, the horrific devastation that we're seeing in California, Rotary is very involved in getting supplies and helping rebuild. And our club sent money. I think it was a little over $1,000, which doesn't seem like a lot, but if every club did that, would be really, really powerful. So, it's quick and easy. We get the money right out, and we get those that need it. I know we support our friends Johnny's Jog Everywhere, which is amazing local charity. We support the Connecticut Miracle League and the great ball fields that they have near the pond houses where we meet on Mondays at 12:15. Whether it's and I think we get the question all the time. Well, how do we support? How do we find out about these causes? A lot of people, they may reach out to Patrice or Victor or myself and say, hey, we need funds. And we have some kind of discretionary allotment every year for some of those new charities. And then the Town That Cares and scholarships and some other things we do year in and year out. But we're always looking to support those that need help.
Well said.
Excellent.
Beautiful. All right. Well, other than everyone going online and buying tickets or stopping in at one of the bank branches at Westfield or NBT to get tickets, please attend the event. You heard firsthand, just now how the money is used and how important and how needed and necessary it is, not only locally but also regionally. And Victor, you had said it. I encourage anyone who's listening who doesn't know about the Rotary, to reach out to you guys and maybe join you at one of the meetings to learn more. Sound good? All right, Bob. Anything that we forgot that we wanted to mention? I think we're good.
No, I think we're all set. We'll get this out, and if looking forward to seeing you. I won't like this one, but I'll try to make sure that I don't go away during these events. So hopefully next year I'll be able to make it. So
March 7th.
Don't you guys
Bob,
don't feel sorry
March
for him.
7th, 2026. We'll see you.
March 7th. Okay, I'll pop right. Actually, I do that now.
Kyle,
I put it in my phone a year in advance. So
don't feel badly for him. He's going to be on Key West, so we don't want to hear that. Yeah. All right. So I wanted to thank you on behalf of Bob Carr for tuning in today and listening to the Rotary talk about everything that they do, both locally and nationally, and attending their events in the coming weeks and months and years, for that matter. Thanks again for tuning in. Again, we would not have a possible without our local banks supporting us, but NBT Banks on the Scene podcast is how we make this happen on a monthly basis. Until next time, please be well and be safe, and we'll see you on the scene. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What I'm looking for in a bank is one that's looking out for me, like NBT. I want a relationship and a team that supports me in my dreams. And when life gets challenging, I need a bank that's focused on what matters. Not to mention one that's been top rated by Forbes in trust, customer service, financial advice, and more. That's why when it comes to meeting my banking needs, it's always NBT. Learn more at nbtbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.